Imagine the most powerful plant accelerator you'll ever witness is hiding in plain sight inside your pantry, and you've probably been rinsing it down the drain without a second thought. A single spoonful, that's the entire formula. Over the next few minutes, I'll walk you through transforming that forgotten staple into 2 liters of ultra effective, nearly free liquid nutrition. Your cucumbers, tomato vines, pepper plants, onions, and every blooming thing in your garden beds are about to explode with gratitude. Before diving into the method, let's unpack precisely why this functions so brilliantly. Because this isn't folklore or wishful thinking. Genuine biological mechanics are at play here. Raw oats deliver a triple threat of essential elements that hungry plants scream for. First, nitrogen fuels that vibrant leafy green architecture above the soil. Second, phosphorus drives robust root networks and prolific blossoming. Third, potassium fortifies the entire organism against disease while enhancing fruit quality and size. Beyond the primary nutrients, oats maintain a gentle, balanced pH that respects your existing soil chemistry rather than disrupting it. Now, consider how synthetic concentrates behave. They flood the root zone instantly, often causing tissue scorch or a forced growth spurt that weakens the plant. Oatmeal operates on an entirely different principle. It breaks down incrementally, releasing nutrition in a slow, steady stream. Your plants receive consistent sustenance instead of a violent jolt. And here is the truly absurd part. A single package of basic oats costs next to nothing yet, will power your entire growing season from first sprout to final harvest. Let's move to the actual preparation. The hands-on portion requires roughly 5 minutes. After that, you simply step back and let time do the heavy lifting. For the initial stage, measure 1 level tablespoon of standard rolled or instant oatmeal. Now, grind it down into a dust-like consistency. A clean coffee mill, a high-speed blender, or even a simple mortar and pestle does the job. Why bother pulverizing it? Because fracturing the grain's cellular walls accelerates nutrient release dramatically once it hits water. Move the fine powder into a container holding half a liter of lukewarm water. The slight warmth acts as a catalyst, helping the particles dissolve and activate efficiently. Stir vigorously until the mixture looks uniform, then walk away. Allow it to steep for several hours. I typically start a batch alongside my morning coffee, and by the time midday rolls around, the extraction is complete. Now for the filtration step. Position a piece of cheesecloth or a fine mesh sieve over a clean vessel and pour the soaked mixture through it slowly. What you're aiming for is a translucent, debris-free elixir. You absolutely want to eliminate any gritty residue that might later compact your potting mix or obstruct the spout of your watering can. Once you've captured the pure liquid, combine it with an additional liter and a half of fresh water to reach the final volume. That's the finish line. One modest spoonful of ground oats has just become 2 full liters of biologically active, garden-ready nourishment. Application technique matters just as much as the recipe. Direct the stream gently onto the substrate, circling the plant's main stalk, keeping it off the foliage entirely. The objective is root absorption through the soil profile, not foliar feeding. Establish a rhythm of roughly once every 30 days. Administer it just before setting transplants into the ground to condition the bed, or deploy it periodically while plants are actively flowering and setting fruit to maintain peak performance. Visual cues of improvement will surface within a fortnight. Expect to see deeper emerald pigmentation in the leaves, visibly thicker main stems, and a measurable uptick in blossom set and fruit development. This works like a charm on heavy feeders like tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, and bulb onions. But don't limit yourself. Garlic beds, ornamental flower patches, and even your collection of indoor tropical houseplants respond with vigorous vitality when treated this way. Nature's pantry genuinely supplies every input required for spectacular abundance. The trick lies in recognizing that the solution was never a manufactured secret locked away in a garden center. It was sitting quietly on the shelf next to your breakfast supplies waiting to be unlocked. That overlooked oat container has been a vault of horticultural treasure the entire time. Before you head back out to the sunshine, drop a quick note in the comment section sharing your location. I'm genuinely fascinated by the global reach of this community, and I make a point of reading every single response that comes through. If this knowledge sparked a new idea for your growing setup, tap the like button. It requires barely a moment of your time and signals to the algorithm